Greetings, everyone. Well, guess what? It's package opening time again. Yes, this was sent to me by JetBlast68, an addendum to the Halloween, Christmas, birthday package that he sent before. Don't worry about this. This isn't my address. This is the address of the sender, which is very much a publicly available address. This was sent to me directly by Keith Barnfather himself, who is one of the longtime producers and I guess founders of RealTime Pictures. And RealTime Pictures, of course, did a wonderful series over many, many years called Myth Makers, which was basically interviews with Doctor Who actors and behind-the-scenes people and other British sci-fi alumni. Wonderful series, originally available through mail order on VHS. They recently put out a whole bunch of DVD compilations of them called The Doctors, as well as a few other series as well. They did one about Blake 7 and stuff like that. But literally dozens upon dozens of interviews that, is great to have collected together. So anyway, this is the latest batch of them that he wanted to send my way. He's given me, I did a count the other day actually, I have a total of 53 episodes of Mythmakers now, thanks to JetBlast sending me these collections. So I don't know which ones he sent this time, just that it's some more volumes that I guess he was both getting for himself and wanted to get for me because they're either out of print or going out of print, so he wanted to make sure we both had them before they disappeared. So let's check out what we got. More stuff from JetBlast68 from RealTime Pictures today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Alrighty, so might put this one up on a timey-wimey Tuesday because I know it's very Doctor Who related. Here we go. Very nice. Thank you, Keith, for making this so easy to open. Excellent. How do we... or not. Hold on. Is this like a bubble envelope within a bubble? Oh no, it's one bubble envelope that's been folded over. And there we go. Okay, we got it. We got it. Alright, so we can take them out one at a time now. Here we go. So it feels like we got 4. No idea what they are. Let's see what we got. So we got, hey, the Doctors, the Sylvester McCoy years. There we go. So this is it 6? Yeah, most of these have 6. Some of them have 5, but most of them have 6 editions of Mythmakers. Named, of course, after the William Hartnell historical adventure of the same name. So these 6 documentaries are the best in-depth interviews with Sylvester McCoy, the 7th Doctor, Sophie Aldred, Ace, Lisa Bowerman, Bernice Summerfield, Angela Bruce, Brigadier Bambera, who hasn't got nearly enough screen time, by the way. She was awesome. Jessica Martin, Mags. Oh, I had such a crush on Mags from, well, still do, really, from Greatest Show in the Galaxy. She was the sort of werewolf girl. And script editor Andrew Cartmel, ever taken. Oh, if that isn't just like a wonderful summation of the Sylvester McCoy years and hopefully some insight into the Cartmel master plan, as it's called, that sounds awesome. That's great. I love that era. It was such a no-holds-barred kind of era because, of course, the show was very much on the chopping block and the BBC was looking for any excuse to cancel it at that time. So just seeing, like, just the unbridled creativity and, like, commitment of everybody involved to make it the best they possibly could with the meager resources they had, thanks to the BBC just cutting back more and more and more. I'm just endlessly fascinated with that era. Plus, I think there's some real banger stories, especially in the last 2 seasons. Next up we have, oh nice, I was wondering about this one. We have the Doctors, the John Pertwee years, behind the scenes, Volume 2. He sent Volume 1 in the last collection, and that's great. And I'm always down for anything more about the John Pertwee era because that was, to me, like one of the big golden eras. Funny enough, coincidentally, I've been rewatching those, specifically the Blu-ray sets of seasons 8, 9, and 10. basically the entire Joe. I want to say Joe Martin, but no, that's the Renegade Doctor. Joe. Well, Katie Manning. I don't know what was Joe's last name. I can't remember what Joe's last name was. Anyway, Katie Manning. Her all of Katie Manning's years with the show, which is great. So this one has 5 interviews on it. We got Bob Baker and Dave Martin, who are writers. Robert Sloman, writer. Louis Marks, writer. Tim Combe, director, and Dudley Simpson, the legendary Dudley Simpson, who did so much music for the show. Plus a special production featuring actors Sonny Caldinez, Shirley Cooklin, Prentice Hancock, and David Spencer. And I should mention all of these are either produced, co-produced, and or hosted by Nicholas Briggs, who most of you would know as the voice of the Daleks and the Cybermen in the current series. Well, this was his first big claim to fame, is doing this interview series and a number of fan films as well for ReelTime Pictures. And, getting to know a lot of the stars and crew personally through that experience, and now he actually works on the show. So, sometimes it helps to be a ridiculously prolific fan who just outputs an insane amount of content about the show. You might get noticed at some point. All right, so we got 2 more in here. Let's see what we got. We have, of course, we have the Colin Baker years. Very nice. Who's on this one? So we got 6 documentaries again with Colin Baker, who's, of course, the 6th Doctor. Nicola Bryant, who played Perry. Bonnie Langford, who played Mel. Michael Jaston, the Valeyard, who recently passed away, like within the past few months. So sad. John Nathan Turner and Eric Sayward. Oh, wow. That's going to be great. Presented by Sophie Aldred, Robert Dick, and the voice of the Daleks, Nicholas Briggs. Yeah, very nice. And finally, last, but I'm sure not least, we have... I knew it. I knew it was going to be this one. We have the Doctors, the Peter Davison years. So now, thanks to JetBlast, I have all of the Doctor editions of the Doctors. 1 through 8, actually, all the way up to Paul McGann. So, very cool. It's going to take me a while to get through all of them. But, honestly, as I'm going through the show, I might pop some of these on just kind of as additional extras, as it were, which I think would be fun. So, Peter Davison years, we've got... do we not have Peter Davison? I don't see Peter Davison listed on here. Hold on. So we got Janet Fielding, who is Tegan, of course. Sarah Sutton, who is Nyssa. Matthew Waterhouse, who is Adric. Mark Strickson, who is, of course, Turlough. And Anthony Ainley, who was the 3rd Master, technically speaking. Well, I guess if you consider the 2 Crispy Masters to be the same one, then yes, he was the 3rd Master. Otherwise, he was the 4th actor, but 3rd Master, I guess. Anyway, debate it in the comments if you want. Plus two more special productions featuring Peter Davison and his assistants at 1980s Doctor Who conventions. Interesting. I'm genuinely surprised they don't just have a straight up Peter Davison interview on this one, because he's not shy about talking about the show. He's done countless commentaries and interviews and stuff. So, strange. It's just such an odd omission. But really cool. We get all this other stuff. And I love when they include, like, archival stuff. Like, technically, I guess all of this is archival stuff now. But archival convention stuff is always really fascinating to see. So there we go, folks. Let me just make sure we're not getting any horrible glare or anything. Yeah, we're getting some horrible glare. That's great. How about like that? Is that better? No. How about like this? Is that better? No. How about more over this way? That's a little better. All right, that's about as good as it's gonna get. Anyway, thank you so much for more additions to the Doctor's collection. So how many we got here? We got how many actual episodes? So 6, 5, and I guess 7. So we got 12, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 20. So 24. So 24 more episodes of Myth Makers, ladies and gentlemen. Just completely out of sequence, just to mess with your heads. Awesome. Thank you so much for getting these for me. I really appreciate it, dude. I would... it's a series that I would absolutely be collecting more aggressively if I wasn't so short on money. I've basically been barely able to keep up with the official releases from the BBC, let alone side stuff like this, which to me is equally fascinating because, you know, I'm endlessly fascinated by the behind-the-scenes stories of Doctor Who and other British science fiction, of course, just because, mainly because of just, as I say, the creativity on display of just working with what they had and making the most of it. And, well, obviously did a good job of it, because here we are still talking about it 61 years later. Anyway, thanks again, JetBlast. Awesome as always. And thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. So if you'd like to check out the RealTime Pictures stuff for yourself, I'm pretty sure they have a website of some kind. I'll put whatever kind of links I can find in the description down below for you. But definitely worth checking out. You can actually get all of these on Amazon, in particular Amazon UK. Although, interestingly enough, I think they're all NTSC. Yeah, they're actually all NTSC, which is odd, because I thought they were shot in Britain, but I don't know. Anyway, they're region-free, they're NTSC, so bear that in mind if you're in PAL land and don't have an NTSC-compatible player, I guess. Rip them to your computer if you have to. Anyway, that's